All right. Welcome to our Be Informed with the Tampa Bay IIBA. Today, we're going to be talking about the current benefits of being an IIBA member are. I really appreciate those of you who joined, and we will be recording this so that other people can watch it offline. I want to be able to tell you what's in it for you. Let's start with this. Some of you may know me from webinars or podcasts or chapter events. Others may be joining for the first time. Either way, I like to start with a quick intro. My name is Thea Soren. I'm the president of the Tampa Bay IIBA chapter. I've been in business analysis for about 30 years. My career spans industries like medical diagnostics and tax software and nuclear generation, and I've had the honor of contributing to the BABOK and founding the BA Force Multiplier movement. Beyond chapter leadership, I'm a business analyst, consultant, trainer, mentor. I support professionals from first steps to leadership. But today's session is about growth, connection, and impact. Whether you're new to being a business analyst or refining your approach, we're here to support your journey and celebrate your contributions. Let's dive in. So let's start with the basics. If you're sitting here thinking business analysis doesn't apply to you, let me explain. It probably does. People all over the world are doing business analysis and they don't even know it. This is a document the IIBA created showing a few of the titles business analysts might be known as. But who is a business analyst? The IIBA says that anyone who does business analysis is a business analyst, regardless of your job title. If you've ever done a job that required these skills, strategic consultant, architect, analyst, auditor, manager, or lead, or use these titles, but you're probably doing business analysis. If you're just starting your career, you need to know that if you've been a student, a parent or caregiver, or a volunteer, you've probably also been doing business analysis. Business analysis is about keeping organizations doing what's working, and stopping them from doing what's not. How to make things better. It's like being a problem solver for a group. You listen, ask questions, come up with smart ideas that help people do their jobs better, save time, or make money. You're basically the person who says, why are we doing it this way? What do people actually need? And how can we fix this or make it smoother? This may involve improving communications, examining processes, or designing solutions like new apps or clearer rules that actually make a positive difference. For those of you who are new to the IIBA, the International Institute of Business Analysis, it's called the global governing body for business analysts. That means that our certifications are what's generally accepted worldwide. With about 30,000 members, 120 chapters worldwide, and 7 certifications, we're excited about making the world better one business, one project, and one life at a time. I just said that the IIBA is the governing body. That means we're best known and highly respected for our certifications, using the BABOK as a guide. The IIBA has a handbook very similar to PMI's PMBOK. Ours is called the BABOK, the Business Analysis Body of Knowledge. The book has over 500 pages of goodness. It contains a framework by which we can easily communicate with business analysts worldwide and to positively impact project, workplaces, and lives. The BABOK is not an easy read, and those who strive to earn a certification must put real effort into the study. I want you to understand that this is not a 2-day class and poof, you have letters after your name. Many employers value the increased value brought by those with BABOK certification. The BABOK has so much demand that it's been translated into 8 languages, and additional translations are currently underway. I'm going to show you some information out of the most recent study, the 2025 Global State of the Business Analyst Report. This is a study that's conducted every year by the IIBA, so we have trends that we can analyze results by location, industry, years of business, age, and more. In November of 2024, the latest study was conducted. Over 2,380 professionals from 171 countries provided feedback for this study. And you can see it's truly a worldwide response. 40% of the responses were from women, and men provided 59. The underage 25 group increased to 19%, more than doubling in the last year. The 36 to 45 age group remains the largest at 26%, with 25 to 35 a close second. So we've got a good spread. 61 of those who responded to the survey are IIBA members, and they reported their salary. In looking at those same statistics from previous year, there is a slight increase. Good news, right? 72% of the respondents engaged with IIBA chapters for, well, I'm sorry, going back, for access to resources, sharing knowledge, networking, professional certification, and upscaling. 83% are expecting to renew their membership when it expires, and almost 90% would recommend IIBA membership to a colleague or friend, so they see value in it. And where do they work in the company? About a fourth work for the business, reporting to a department manager. Another fourth work for the IT department. 17% report to a PMO or the PMs, and 11% report to a center of excellence or community of practice. Of you who are attending, how many of you are in a center of excellence?
Hi there.
Hi,
Hello, everyone. I sent out another email that has the direct link. I hope that works for people.
thank you.
Then actually I sent you a direct message. So hopefully the link is still the same link. I'm not sure what's going on. But if there are
Yes,
any
uh,
issues, let
I
me
was
know.
able to join with that. Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Esther.
You're
That
welcome.
is our Vice President of Technology stepping in to answer people saying we can't get in. So she helps us. Okay, back to the presentation. Top five industries. IT leads the pack, and most companies have IT, with banking and finance and insurance as close seconds, healthcare, pharma, and government coming close after, but business analysts are in every industry. And how much do they make based on years of experience? You can see how it builds over the years. Does this surprise anybody? Yep, y'all knew this. But we understand we cannot compare what's going on in one country by another. Each are unique, so we picked the top five reporting countries to do a deeper dive. The US dollar is the national average is 66,622. Business analysts are almost doubling that. For the Australian dollar, the national average is 98,000. Business analysts are making a bit more than that. In South Africa, in the rand, the national average is 26. They're almost doubling that in South Africa. The Canadian dollar, national average is 67,000. They're a little better in average salary for business analysts. So we're doing pretty good there. And the Indian rupee, the national average is only 4,000 rupees, and it is huge. Look at that difference, that percentage of increase. So that explains to me why I'm getting so many people from India contacting me going, we want to get into business analysis. They need it. So I'm happy to help. So average of salary for those in those industries for job titles, you can see with the ownership or a product that managing people has a slightly higher rate than the individual contributor. Being in different companies over the years, I want to just ask the question, is it worth the extra headache? Because there is an extra headache when you're managing people. Um, I don't know if I would go that direction. And then IIBA has 7 certifications. You know these certifications. These 3 certifications require you to study the BABOK. As an IIBA member, you get the PDF for this and all the certifications at no charge. So you get the PDFs for each of those certifications at no charge. You also get discounts greater than the fee to join the IIBA to sit for the certification tests, which is kind of a nice perk. The average amount of time you must study to pass these certifications are all listed in this column right here, being the highest for the CBAP. I highly encourage you, if you're interested in a certification, to engage in a regular weekly study group. It's just too easy to start and then take a break. Many organizations offer study groups. The Tampa Bay chapter, my chapter, has a Babok study group beginning in February. It will be an hour and a half each week for 7 months, because this is not something you can take a week class and just get it in your head. So we literally take 7 months, and we have a very good success rate. Now, back to the impact of each certification. Those who hold the CBAP have an average of $15,000 increase from 2023. The average is $97,000 per year. The second certification that has the highest value is the Agile Analyst certification at $93,500 a year. And the third is product ownership, and it's remained stable over the last 3 years at $91,000. I would love to find out what the impact of holding all three certifications are, but we haven't done that study yet. But that's my analysis brain, right? Those who have earned one or more certifications, what do they say? Confidence and tools. Of the students I've worked with, an overwhelming majority report their confidence skyrockets. One said to me, "It is so much easier to say, this is what we need to do, because I know what the Babok teaches as best practices." And tools? Certification forces you to learn the techniques and theories and formulas and equips you to have actionable ideas ready to go. This surprised me. 1/3 of the respondents say that they see evidence of a shortage of BA professionals in their area. It's good news for those of you who are entering the BA market who want to teach. So that's all from the 2025 Global State of the Business Analysis Report. The 2026 report is currently taking your information. So if you're interested in contributing, signing into the IIBA.org will give you a pop-up that allows you access. And it's maybe 5-10 minutes. So overall, what are your benefits of joining the IIBA? You receive training from chapters around the world. This is a change from about 3 years ago. You get free access to 11,000 excellent books, including the IIBA's business analysis body of knowledge, webinars, and more. You get networking opportunities with chapters literally all around the world and a wide variety of formats. Some of them do webinars, lunch and learns, all kinds of stuff. And you get the discounts on the certification exams. I told you the IIBA has 120 chapters worldwide. This is the Tampa Bay, Florida chapter, and this is our board. These are the folks who work behind the scenes for your benefit, and we appreciate them working so diligently to keep us going. Our chapter strives to build a thriving community of empowered business analysts. And we are not only limited to those who live in the state of Florida. In fact, our members live literally all over the world. We have a strong contingent in Nigeria. We've got several people in Canada, Brazil, and throughout Europe. So if you don't have an IIBA chapter, Tampa Bay can be your chapter if you want to join us, or if you want access to any of the other chapters, you can reach out to me and I can help get you introductions. Why would you join our chapter? We offer multiple training sessions each week, literally weekly sessions. And we also have CBAP prep. We also have workshops that we conduct. For instance, last year we did a SDLC workshop. We had 90 participants. It lasted 11 weeks, and we walked through the entire SDLC process using a Kanban Agile model. We introduced people to the different steps of what the SDLC was, and even the 14 mentors who were involved left saying that they learned from the experience. So we offer quite a bit. You can see our upcoming events here on our website, right here. And we also post across LinkedIn and Facebook. We have a YouTube channel that has over 200 hours of events. And then we have those events indexed in rpchurchill.com in Bob's Amazing Index. We have had people come to me and say, "You and I have never talked, but I've watched your training for the CBAP, and I was able to earn my CBAP because of that. I couldn't have done it without you." So this stuff is gold if you are interested in getting involved. A benefit of all the work that we've been doing, we were awarded the Professional Development Award last year from the IIBA, and I was awarded Volunteer of the Year for the Southern region, which was pretty cool. In working to engage for the education of our community, we've partnered with several organizations to get the bleeding edge information out to you. Our number one partner group, though, is you, IIBA members and those who participate in our chapter. We're partnered with over a dozen other IIBA chapters worldwide and 2 chapters that are just forming. We're mentoring them. We partnered with the Doback Group based in the UK and these that are in the Tampa Bay area. We've also partnered, looks like I'm losing some of my pictures. We partnered with several recruiting services, 4 recruiting companies that are either global or nationwide, and training companies for your benefit. Several of these result in discounts and free events for our participants. Examples of what we have to offer. I told you about the SDLC experience. Uh, we had we had some really good results from that. I'm looking forward to us. We're repeating that again this year. Instead of it being 11 weeks, we're going to have it over a couple of Saturdays so that we can get into it more deeply. And because of our efforts, we continue to support these on their certification journey. These are the students that have reached out to tell us that what we're doing has positively impacted them. And I'm looking forward to figuring out how we're going to add a few more names to this because we have people taking their tests now. One of the cool things, though, is of these 30 people, a majority have gone on to lead IIBA chapters and organizations here and around the world. It seems like we turn out leaders. So it's a good thing to do. If you're interested in seeing more of our events, you go to the tampabay.iiba.org and you select events, then click into any event to register. Y'all probably did that to get here. Very few of our events require a fee. We don't require you to even be an IIBA member to participate. We don't want that to be a barrier. We want to help anybody that God brings to us. We also have a LinkedIn group that we post helpful information. I encourage you to join that to see updates. And I mentioned the YouTube channel already. One note, I also have a job group that has almost 1,000 members, and I post uh, I repost the posts of jobs that I see on a daily basis. I try to do at least 20 a day. And I get the latest ones from the US and I post them in there, and people are loving it. So I know at least one person's gotten a job out of there. If y'all need a job, know somebody who needs a job, or know somebody who wants to post a job, I'm happy to work with you on that. So for this next section, you need to figure out where your region is. And once you find your region, it's what I want you to do is it region 1, 2, or 3? And is it red or not? So on this one, this is mostly United States. Most of y'all are going to be in region 1, region 2, and region 3. Now, the reason I ask you to find out which region you're currently in and if your country's name was in red or not, those that are in red are getting ready to move up to the next higher region. They've done a economic review of that country and determined they should be moved up into the next region. So those that are red in region 3 are going to move to region 2. Those that are red in region 2 are going to move to region 1. The entire reason I tell you that is this. On February 3rd, membership rates are going to be rising. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and lock in your current rate and pay ahead of time for, say, the next 5 years, and you'll be at the current rate. So for Region 1, it would be $139. If you wait until on or after February 3rd, it's going to rise to $155. So I want you to be aware of that. And if you are interested in getting one of our certifications, I want you to also be aware that I said that there was a discount if you're a member. You get a basically $155 discount in your certification journey between your exam fee, your application fee. It saves quite a bit of money if you're a member. So you make up the money. But as the rates rise, it's not going to be you're making money anymore. It's going to be it's breaking even. And then for the additional 4 certifications that are not in the BABOC, there is still $150 savings over the $139 membership fee, but it's going to decrease as the membership fee increases. Does that make sense? Okay. Is anyone interested in one of these 7 certifications? If you are, you can reach out to me and I can help you find a chapter that is providing the training for that certification. I can help you find the manual to help you take the certification. I can give you insight as to how many people currently have it. For example, let me go back to one slide. The ECBA is very popular for people that are new to the industry, maybe students brand new out of school. We've got quite a number of people that have the ECBA. We've got a whole bunch of people that have the CBAP. We have hardly any people that have the CCBA. So when people approach me and they say, I'm thinking about going for the CCBA, I work really hard to help them figure out, do they have enough experience to get the CBAP? Because the CBA is hardly even known. It doesn't have the recognition that the CBAP has. And if they can get the CCBA, they might be able to qualify for the CBAP. So I try to get them into the CBAP if I can. I've seen job posts that they want the CBAP. They don't know what the CCBA is. So if they understand what the CBAP is, they have a lot better job, better opportunity to advance in their career getting the CBAP. Okay. What else is offered from the IIBA? There are some new and expanded resources from the IIBA. The Knowledge Hub has been enhanced recently. It's got the latest business analysis standard, which is kind of like the Cliff Notes version of the Babok. It's got some new templates, checklists, examples, infographics that basically break down the tasks in the Babok in a different way for different learning styles. The digital membership badges, you might have seen some of those on LinkedIn or other places that basically say, I've been an IIBA member for 15 years or whatever. Those are available. And so they are the new membership milestone badges. The digital library has more books than it used to. I said 11,000. It has 25,000 now. It also has about 3,000 audiobooks. It's got some summaries, some curated learning journeys. It's a really interesting place to poke around. The ECBA learning journey, for those people who are looking for the ECBA, they recently changed the criteria to get the ECBA. It's got a different number of questions. It's got a couple of different types of questions. It's not as easy as it was before. It's a little bit more situational, but they've made more learning training around the ECBA. And I'm going to show you the IIBA member website in just a second, but I want to show you first say this. This is a disclaimer. This is my own experience and observation, not a guarantee of success, and I cannot control factors outside of factors, and certification is not magic. But let me show you the logic of certification. Y'all probably already have your certifications, so just bear with me here. Let's look at certification and membership from the perspective of a hiring manager. My personal manager told me she puts all the CBAPs in one category and the non-CBAPs in another, and she rarely gets to the pile. So she looks at CBAPs first. If you receive 22 applications, well, I've lost my pictures, guys. I'm so sorry. If you receive 22 applications and you find out that a third of these people aren't in the right demographic or right location, or they don't have the right criteria, you're going to exclude them. And then you go, well, I still have a whole bunch to go. Well, if you look at it and you say, well, wait a minute, a couple of these people are IIBA members. Okay, so let's look at them. A couple of them have certifications that would be more valuable. Let's look at them first. A couple of them are leaders in an IIBA chapter and have been for years. Let's look at them first. So you got the certification people coming up to the top. They're the people you're going to want to talk to first. And so it goes from being a whole room full of people to just being a few people. And I'm so sorry, my pictures seem to be like this. So it's kind of boring. But my purpose in saying this is whenever you have a whole bunch of people and you look at what they can do for you to fill the role that you need to have filled, certification makes them rise to the top. Those of you who have certification, I'm sure you've had that experience. And I would love to hear about it. Is anyone interested in seeing the IIBA website? Are you aware of okay, let me grab that. I've got it right here. Okay. This is see, here's the take the survey for the global business state of the business analysis survey. Can you see the website with me? Okay, very good. So Knowledge Hub is right here. Knowledge Hub is they actually have an AI here. It's not excellent, but it's pretty good. And so you can ask questions. And then they have a bunch of new resources here. For instance, here's how to make a customer journey map. Here's use cases and scenarios. It's got related downloads on all this, and it goes on. I mean, there's lots in here. They've done a nice job here. Here's the new business analysis standard. Here are the knowledge areas. You know the 6 knowledge areas from the Babok. It gives you more insight into those. Then here's specific scenarios. How do you confirm that the information has been captured? How do you manage different types of requirements? So it's giving you a lot of things that we didn't used to have. And then supporting knowledge. Here's your Babok glossary. Here's your Babok. You get that free, of course, if you're a member. And for Knowledge Hub, if you're not an IIBA member, you can get a 7-day membership. It's not a membership. You can get 7-day access to Knowledge Hub as a non-member. All you have to do is sign in. And then there's the BACCM. You know, whenever they first came out with this, I thought it was kind of ridiculous until I really started looking at it, and it makes a lot more sense after I kind of dove in and learned it. Then understanding concepts, competencies, and perspectives. And then the Babok applied. Here's stakeholder analysis, backlog management. So how to actually put it to work in our daily work and how to explain it to other people. It is so much easier for me to grab one of these. You know, somebody says, I don't understand backlog management. So I grab one of these and say, is this where I want to start with them? Or do I want to have to create something on my own? So I go to this a lot. The digital library. Well, let's see. I need to log in to get access. Let me do that real quick. Okay, access now. So we've got skill areas, we've got certifications. Did y'all know that they had certifications for some of these things available through the IIBA? Isn't that cool? And then your learning method, live learning, all of this is available to you as a member of the IIBA. I think in your learning, you have your records so you can keep track of things. Your certification center, how to get to your certifications. And honestly, I haven't even looked at some of these others because they're brand new. That's a lot. Practice labs. There's a lot in there. That's exciting. Let me go back to the first page. Let me get out of this. It's right here. I want to show you events, chapter events. If you don't know that this is here, it's like there's gold in your backyard and you haven't been kicking rocks. I'm going to show you the gold. You can see events from literally around the world here and participate in most of them free. Very few things are cost anything as an IIBA member. Some of them do have a cost. Let's see. I can't tell what country these are from, so let me click in. BA Cafe. I still don't know what chapter that is. The CPOA. But here's my point. There's something going on with the IBA chapter almost every hour of every day. You can pop in on somebody in Belgium, go down to somebody in Bermuda, and then talk to the people in Hawaii the next time. I mean, it's just pop all over the world. And you don't, so you're getting information from not only from your chapter, but you're also getting information from other countries, from other industries, from people that are specialists in their fields that are members of those other chapters. So you get participation from all that. Okay. Do I have any questions on the IIBA membership or the IIBA website?
Question about some of the resources that are available.
Yes.
So for the certification renewals, so say if you start engaging with like within the library and start using some of the resources, does any of that contribute towards renewal of your certification?
I honestly don't know, Jason.
Okay,
I think that for renewal, you have to have something that is a live interaction.
okay,
But there is a page in here that I will find for you, or you might be able to find it for yourself that talks about recertification requirements.
okay.
It is critical though that you keep your recertification requirements done before it's too late, because if you
Yes,
lose it, you got to take the test again. And that's not always a fun thing.
yeah. Thank you.
Hi, this is Arthur Lang. Can you guys hear me okay?
I can. Hello, welcome, Arthur.
Hello, welcome. Thank you. Yes, so I'm just starting to get involved with IIBA again after a 10-year hiatus.
Hmm.
And I think I may have made a mistake. I think I purchased the application to get my CBAP first, and then I realized that I did indeed want to become a member. So I'm guessing that I cannot get my money back for the application now that I'm an IIBA member.
Well, I can't tell you for sure, but I'll tell you what I believe. If you contact the IIBA, and I'll give you the email address, if you contact them, you can ask them that question. And the
Okay,
email address to ask them questions or to get help for things is chapter, not plural, chapter at IIBA.org.
okay.
So if you
Let
wanted
me
to
write that down.
ask, if you
Chapter
wanted,
at IIBA.org.
yes,
Okay,
chapter at IIBA.org. Many people try to put chapters, put a S there. That S will get you messed up.
okay. And then my second question is, which I'm sorry for my voice, I'm getting over a cold.
That's
Um,
okay.
I have read the entire IIBA BABAC Guide version 2, um, and I've recently acquired an online version of number 3. Does it make
Okay.
sense to read version 3 in preparation for my CBAP exam?
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. Version 3 is actually structured differently. Some of the knowledge areas are moved around, and there's some things in version 3 that are not in version 2. So
Yeah,
I
I
would
did.
highly recommend
Yeah.
that you pretty much pretend like you never read version 2 and start reading version 3. And my strategy, if I were your instructor, would be you're now a new employee in a new company called Babok version 3, and you're going to learn the way we do it.
Okay. Yeah, I did read the differences, and it does seem fairly substantial, plus the new information on how we do things as a BA. And
Yes.
then, do these online seminars that I'm taking, do they count towards the 35 hours of professional development needed for the CBAP application?
The seminars that you're taking, if they have live interaction, if you answer questions, and if there are outcomes that are documented, yes.
Okay.
But it needs to have those three elements.
So this one probably would not.
Actually, this one does.
Oh, it does count. Oh,
Yes,
fantastic.
this
Okay.
this hour will be professional development for you, and it will
Okay.
count for your certification.
Okay, good. And then when I fill out that form, it talks about the activity. It talks about like a contact name, an email address. Do I put your name as a contact information?
Sure,
Okay.
they
All right.
know me.
Okay, good. Huh. So
Yeah,
I attended a Poland one as well yesterday, just to kind of get acclimated again to how we do things from an IIBA perspective. So I'm hoping that
yeah.
would count as well.
It should. If you're interacting with any of the chapters and they're presenting information and you're able to ask questions and answer questions, hopefully, it should qualify for your professional development time. I
Good.
always encourage you to get more hours than you need. That way, if they do audit and they do say, well, we don't think you should get credit for that one, you have enough still there.
Oh,
Um,
yeah,
it's a safe idea.
I shouldn't have applied for it just yet. I thought that was the first step. I just misread that. But I'll
That's
be pursuing the 35 hours pretty quickly here over the next
okay.
6 to 8 months.
Well, I tell you what, the study group that I run, it turns into 37 hours over the 7 months. But you need 120 to 160 hours of study to be able to pass the test,
Oh,
typically.
that won't be a problem.
Okay. So get your 35 hours of professional development, get your 120, 130 hours of study, be able to pass the practice tests, have your two reference. Well, you already turned in your references, didn't you? In
I
your
did. Yeah,
application.
I've already got references. I have over 7,600 hours of senior BA experience that can be validated by both my references. So now it's just a matter of learning and getting all the right terms, doing the 35 hours professional development, 120 hours of study, and I have 12 months to do it.
Okay. Arthur, how did you get your application submitted without 35 hours of professional development?
I do not know. I just clicked the button, I submitted it, and then I'm going to be adding my 2 hours today. And I've already updated my 7,600. And I don't know, the website allows me to update that. So that's what
It
I've been doing
does.
the last 2 days.
Okay. Okay. Well, uh, but you haven't turned it in yet. Is that what I understand?
No, I haven't turned it in yet. I'll get through my
Okay.
35
That
hours.
explains it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I'll do the 120 hours. I've already done 18 hours of study by reading the chapter, the version 2, and then I'll spend some additional time with your group. I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota. My next meeting is with them today at 6:15. I'm
Very
gonna
good.
I'm gonna learn more about them as well and just pick one.
Okay, I encourage you to get rid of version 2. Just don't keep it because you're going to be talking to people, especially if you're in a study group, and they're going to be talking about knowledge area 4. It's
Sure,
going to be different between the
sure,
two versions.
no problem. Yeah, I just wanted to get acclimated again to all the terms and just kind of get in that mode. Plus, I really had 2 weeks to kill. And I
Okay.
just started version 3. I think I'm through chapter 1. So it's pretty easy reading. I've been to college. I kind of know what I'm doing.
Okay. Let me tell you one thing. Your 12 months of study, you have 12 months from the time your application is submitted. So
Oh,
your
okay.
12 months to study hasn't even started yet.
Excellent.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, may I ask a question on the Tampa chapter?
Sure.
Is are all the meetings now virtual?
All of the meetings are virtual. What we discovered is during COVID, we couldn't get people to get together because of COVID. After COVID, everybody's like, why would we get together? We do have a few people that are interested in getting together, and we're going to create some branches so that they can have smaller groups that they want to do things. And we have a brand new vice president of membership who is he's a firecracker. And if we get a couple of people in the Tampa Clearwater area, I think that he would, you know, he's attending every meeting of every organization around, telling them about us. So I think we can have some in-person meetings if y'all are interested. We do have quarterly park cleanups of the same park that we've been cleaning up for years. That if you're interested in doing that, we have the park cleanup and then we go out to lunch. But unfortunately, many of us that are running the chapter don't even live in Tampa any longer. I live in Springfield, Missouri, but
Oh,
I've been working for the chapter since 2021.
I just remember pre-COVID, there used to be like the meeting would be held in Tampa
Hmm.
1 month, and the next month it'd be in Pinellas
Right.
somewhere, and there's
It
this
makes
back and
perfect
forth
sense.
kind of thing, and that was it
Right.
discouraging for some, right?
Right. Well, we decided to make it every single Thursday night. That way people could have the consistency and it was available to them and it's virtual. If we can do more than that, we will, but we're going to continue to do every single Thursday night just for the folks all over the world that attend.
Great.
Did you folks put the link to the Tampa Bay chapter in the chat?
I can. I tell you what, let me show it to you first here online. Uh, there you go, sir. This evening, in an hour and 20 minutes, I will be running another meeting. And we're going to talk about a little bit of what we're going to be doing in the Tampa chapter this year. And then we're going to go into what I call logic problems. Have you ever gotten a business case that you had to figure out what the heck you had to do with it? You know, you get three different vendors, you've got to compare their bids, you've got to figure out how to structure the information. So we're going to go through those with some math, things like how to calculate return on investment, how to calculate the annual cost, how to, those things that it's talked about in the Babok a little, but you really don't have anybody explaining it to you. So I put together a worksheet and we're going to kind of have some fun with that tonight if you're interested in joining us.
So when I click on the calendar and then I go to the events, it actually tells you what it is, like chapter meeting, it's free, and then it says professional development. So it sounds like those attributes indicate how those hours can be used towards your CBAP certification.
Yes, it is.
Very good. Thank you for all that great information.
My pleasure. I'd love to answer more questions. Let's see, Jason Carpenter, you said, does SDLC workshop give you education credits toward renewal? I'm interested in the AAC. I already have the CBAP. Yes and yes. The SDLC, if you come in as a mentor and you come in, you're going to be a product owner in one of the teams, you're going to come in with more credit than you would get more credit out of the event than you would as a because you get a little bit more for doing the work. But the SDLC workshop is an education hands-on workshop of literally going through discovery and how to understand the business case and how are we going to organize our information into self-driven groups. Last year when we ran it, I think I've got a minute to explain this. Last year when we ran it was our first time. It was our pilot. We did not expect the enthusiasm and attendance that we were going to get. We ended up with 90 people total. 14 of those were mentors, and we really appreciate every mentor. But some of the people that signed up for it, understanding that it's SDLC, they didn't have any experience. They'd never been in a corporation. They never did software development. They didn't have any experience. And the analogy I was given is like we're trying to teach them how to make the perfect red velvet cake and they don't know what an oven is. So we had a real big learning gap from the people that had no experience to the people that had a lot of experience who wanted to just, I want to do a project manager role this time, or I want to do the
Indianapolis, but I need to double check mine too.
So
oh yeah, you can, or you can look at my birth certificate.
You might want to check your mute, my dear.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's quite all right. I was afraid you were going to say something else about your birth certificate or something. It's like, you don't want that recorded, my dear. Okay. Anyway, this year we're going to do it a little differently where we're going to give some basic tutorials for the folks that have no experience to get them up to speed before we actually go into the workshop. But it will give you credit. And you're interested in the AAC, I think that the Bluegrass chapter may have an AAC certification coming up. So I'll check with them for you. Or I better yet, why don't you check with them? That way you get it directly. But it's the Bluegrass chapter out of Kentucky.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, yes, Akshaya was the one who gave me that analogy for the red velvet cake. So thank you for that, Akshaya. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are finishing a little bit earlier. If you have no questions, I'll give you your time back. If you have questions, you're welcome to stay on. I hope that if you're interested, you'll come back and join us at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, and we can get a little bit into things like how do you calculate return on investment? And I've got word problems. I'm going to put word problems on the screen, and then we're going to give you a few minutes to figure it out, and then we'll come in and talk about how to actually do the calculations. Those of you who are members of the IIBA Tampa Bay and you haven't been involved, we would love to have you back. And if you're interested in volunteering, we would love to put you to work as much as you want to be, not anymore, because we want to use your experience to help raise the boats of all the rest of us in the organizations all over the world. We
Yeah,
literally have members all
I
over the world.
yeah, I would say I would love to join your next session, but I've got another meeting with the Minneapolis chapter. I'm probably going to attend that, and then maybe I can attend your next Thursday. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, well, since you're in Minneapolis, I think it's wise to get with your local chapter. But if you want to do both chapters, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I mean, I might do both since everything is virtual now and nobody wants to see anybody in person, I guess. I might just do both. So I miss pre-COVID days.
I do too. I've done what I call my goodwill tour, and I travel to places and meet my people that I haven't ever met in person, but we've been working together for years. So I've met most of my board now, and so we're working on making it better for everyone. Ladies
Nice.
and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me
Thank
today.
you.
I will
Thank
see
you.
y'all either at the next meeting or later. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. LinkedIn is the way that you can reach me the quickest.
Thank you. Great job.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Priya.
you.
Great job.
Thank you, guys.
It's a
Bye.
real quick question. Are we gonna discuss the volunteering opportunity in this call or maybe in the next call?
If you want to join the next call early, we can talk about it.
Okay, all right. Is it gonna be the same link or different
Same
link?
link. No,
Okay,
not this
so
link. It will be the same link as the next meeting.
okay. I don't know. I'm having trouble with the Zoom link issues. Like I tried to log in even now. I was able to join only since Esther gave me the link. So if either you or Esther could give me the link of the next meeting, I could join in that and we could talk about the volunteering opportunity.
You need to register to be able to get the link because it's unique to you.
Yes, I did. I did register. The be informed current benefits of being an IIBA member. That one is the one I registered.
For this
But I was
call.
yes,
For the
correct.
next call, you got to register for that one.
Yes, so when I registered for this meeting, this call, I was unable to join in because it showed meeting link invalid.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
what's
what's
causing
the
that.
hmm.
But go ahead and register for the next meeting and then join about 30 minutes early and we can talk about volunteering then.
Okay, sounds good. It is at 6 East, 6 Central, right?
6 Central, yes.
Okay, I'll be there in a while.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye all.